Right. I didn't plan on doing this video, but with everything I've seen in the news over the last couple of days, I just can't stay silent anymore. And I think people really need to see this video. And I'm actually going to link to a video I did about 5 or 6 years ago that ties into directly with what happened at Loudoun County. I want to talk about the truth about what's going on. Everyone seems shocked that they protected this rapist and didn't tell the public. The Department of Justice is acting like they just found out about it. It's all over the news, and the school system tried to protect this rapist. And I need people to understand that this is not just a Loudoun County thing. I'm in Arizona, and one of my daughters, her freshman year in high school, this was 6 years ago. 6 years ago. 6 years ago, she was assaulted her freshman year by a boy. I found out the day that she was assaulted, and they caught it on video, okay? The day she was assaulted, I went down there and demanded that they get this kid off of campus because we found out that this wasn't the first time he'd assaulted a girl. He had done this at least 2 or 3 times at other schools. And he willingly left to go to other schools. I went into the resource officer and I said, I need him arrested. I need him off of campus. He's a danger to everybody here. You want to know what the officer told me? He told me that that boy has every right to be there like my daughter does. I was in shock. And I said, what do you mean? He said, unfortunately, when they go from school, because I brought proof down there that he had done this to other girls. I actually talked to one of the other fathers and actually went down there with proof. And he said it doesn't matter. He said when these kids come to another school, it is a clean slate. They can't do anything. Doesn't matter what he did anywhere else or what these students did anywhere else. If they go to a new school, it is a completely clean slate. And he said kids don't get arrested the way adults do. He said it's going to have to go through a process. So it was reported to the state, and the state decided to prosecute. And I'll talk about what happened with the prosecution when I get done with what I'm about to tell you. But I told him, I said, I don't care how else this is done. He needs to be gone. Obviously, he's a danger to everybody else here. He goes, I can't do anything. And what proceeded to happen over the next couple of days is my daughter was bullied. She was teased by other kids because this had happened and it had been reported. And her life changed. She had to change her schedule so that she would never come in contact with this boy. You want to know what happened to the boy? Absolutely nothing. And this is why I am angry. I told people about this 6 years ago, and nobody does anything. It is going to take parents, everybody who is a parent, to finally stand up and tell these people that enough is enough. They protect these kids who bully, who rape, who do all kinds of crap to the other kids. They get away with it. It is disgusting. His life didn't change. My daughter's did. We couldn't do anything about it. When he was prosecuted, we brought up in court all of these other things that had happened. They didn't care. They said they can only focus on what that trial was about and only what happened at the school. And he even admitted what he did. And the parents knew about this, and I put the blame on them because for years they know that this has been going on, and they've done nothing to help their son. They're making it everybody else's problem, and we couldn't do anything about it. I said he's going to do this again. Part of his agreement was that he had to go to a different high school. So he wasn't getting kicked out. He willingly had to agree because if a school kicks its child out, they're financially responsible for that child until they graduate. There's a statute behind it. I used to know the number and what it was. It's been so long that I haven't followed up with it. But he ended up having a test saying he was at a low risk of being a repeat offender. What did he do at the next school he went to? He freaking assaulted another girl. I called the prosecutor. I called the person in charge of the case. Nobody ever called me back. Not one person after multiple phone calls. I'm telling you right now, the court systems and the schools don't care. So you know what's going to happen? It's going to be all of the parents who are going to have to stand up and tell these schools enough is enough and we need to demand change. This cannot happen to other students. I'm not even looking at the actual thing of the whole thing about this student being either transgender or whatever it is. This is beyond that. This is just the fact that school system protect bullies, they protect the people that assault, and the peoples whose lives are changed are the kids who actually got hurt. This boy that assaulted my daughter was known to bring knives to school in his backpack. We brought this information to the officer. One of his friends was even admitted to this. The officer said it doesn't matter. Until he actually pulls a knife out or threatens to use it, we can't do anything. What? This is the craziest, most asinine thing I have ever seen. The schools are built to allow this to continue, and enough is enough. If you've experienced something, I want to hear down in the comments. Share this video. This needs to be a conversation, and it's time for the lid to be blown off of this. Enough is enough. The video that I'm going to link to in my description is on my personal YouTube page. I'm posting this video here simply because I have a bigger audience here. And it's time for people to share this, and it's time to get this to stop.